For more than 80 years, the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and Vine Street has basked in a pop mystique that is equal parts glamour and gauche. And each year, more than 10 million visitors to Los Angeles make a pilgrimage to the famous corner, looking for a bit of the Hollywood dream. After movie makers discovered Hollywood in 1910, the lemon groves and the farm fields of the area were quickly turned into film studios and movie backlots. And a simple rural intersection became the center of the entertainment business. Dominating the legendary corner is the 12-story Taft Building. Built in 1923, the Taft was the area's first high-rise. It would soon become the center of the motion picture business during Hollywood's golden age. As many studios, agents, and stars, such as Charlie Chaplin, Will Rogers, and Clark Gable, opened offices there.
Radio Theater, presented from its new home on Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood, California.
Beginning in the 1920s, the intersection became the preferred location for radio networks on the West Coast. The radio broadcast studios of NBC and ABC were located just south of Hollywood Boulevard on Vine Street. In the late 1930s, CBS introduced their broadcast programs as coming live from Hollywood.
The Lux Radio Theater, great dramatic program with the stage and screen's most famous stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen.
The Lux Radio Theater series featured movie stars such as Gloria Swanson and George Raft in popular radio dramas. Known as the CBS Radio Playhouse, the theater still stands on Vine Street across from the Taft Building. It has had many different names over the years. Today, it is known as the Ricardo Montalban Theater. Just north of the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard, the famous Capitol Records building, its distinct circular design resembling a stack of vinyl records on a turntable, stands at the top of Vine Street. Capitol Records was the first record company based on the West Coast. Its earthquake-resistant building is still the home of Capitol Studios, known as the sound capital of the world because of the countless recordings that have taken place since its construction in 1956. Nicknamed the house that Nat built, in reference to superstar artist Nat King Cole, the Capitol Records building is an icon to past musical stars, from Frank Sinatra to Billy Idol and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and many, many others who recorded there. Across the street from the Capitol Records building is the historic nightclub Avalon. Built in 1927 as the Hollywood Playhouse, this classical Hollywood venue has hosted everyone from Judy Garland, the Beatles, and Nirvana to today's hot music stars. The Spanish Colonial Revival building has had extensive renovation over the years and is still one of the most posh venues to experience live music in Los Angeles. No visit to Hollywood and Vine would be complete without a stop at the Pantages Theater. The Pantages Theater opened in 1930 as Hollywood's largest movie theater, seating 2,800 people.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. North and South American, all the ships at sea, let's go to press. Tonight, the big searchlights are cutting up the Hollywood sky, and the crowds are pouring into the Pantages Theater. It is Movie Town's brightest hour, Oscar night. In a very few moments, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences will begin handing out statuettes for the best film achievements of 1949.
The Academy Awards were staged at the theater from 1949 to 1960. First Academy Awards to be televised was from the Pantages in 1952 and hosted by Bob Hope.
Perhaps you people watching don't realize the air of tension in this theater tonight, but 5 rivals for each award are seated out there side by side. We're sitting on an ermine time bomb.
In 1977, the theater was converted from presenting movies to live theater. The Pantages has since become the most successful theater for touring Broadway musicals. In 2000, coinciding with the theater's 70th anniversary, the Nederlander organization embarked on a $10 million renovation. The theater was restored to its original glory. The theater's incredible Art Deco artwork is on display not only inside the auditorium, but also above its entrance, where a magnificent Art Deco designed ceiling is available for anyone to gaze upon. In the 1960s, as many studios and broadcasters moved out of the area, Hollywood fell into disrepair. And Hollywood earned a reputation of tacky t-shirt shops, crime, and dirty streets. With the opening of the Metro rail system, the area has undergone a rejuvenation. Through a combination of restoration of architectural gems like the Pantages Theater, redevelopment, including the $600 million Hollywood W hotel complex. Like a wonderful jewel, Hollywood has regained its luster and sparkle. Today, Hollywood is ready for her close-up once again. The success of thriving restaurants, luxury residents, and vibrant nightlife ensures that Hollywood and Vine's legendary glamour will be enjoyed for many years to come.